my name is Andrea Kaiwa, and I will be discussing the growing concerns around cybersecurity threats. Nowadays, with all the advancements that are being made, it has become increasingly important for organizations like hospitals to have a clear understanding of what these threats are and the attacks within the healthcare system. So let's begin by understanding what threat actors are and the different types of threat actors. So threat actors are basically individuals, or it can be groups of individuals, who go into the digital system with malicious intentions in mind. So different types can include APTs, cyber terrorism, script kiddies, cyber criminals, hacktivism, and industrial espionage. So let's go through each one and have a little bit of an understanding of what each one is. So APTs, they do what they do, but for a long period of time. So their goal is to go in, steal data in an undetected manner, but for a long period of time. And cyber terrorism is the act of attacking, but it's made to cause terror. But it usually is for social, political, governmental, or military reasons, and it can even be for the reason to attack hospital systems. So script kiddies are all about attacking a system, but for thrill-seeking purposes. It could be for fame, or it's just basically to show off their skills. But keep in mind that they aren't the biggest experts in hacking, but the major concerns is that they leave behind gaps for advanced hackers to come in and invade. Cyber criminals steal personal data with a goal of making a profit in mind. So they're all about the money, and they basically go in and they have this idea to make money off of what they're doing. Hacktivists utilize stealing data to promote their political statement. And now we have industrial espionage. Industrial espionage are hackers who work from the inside to take the competitor's information. So they're usually working within the system or within your organization, and they're trying to get that competitor's information to steal that data. All right, so since we have a general idea of what threat actors are, let's kind of differentiate what a threat is versus a vulnerability. So a threat is potentially the one who's going to be causing that damage or doing the exploiting of the vulnerability. A vulnerability is the actual weakness or that flaw within the system that the threat will be able to exploit or cause damage to. So now we will go through the threat actors and what attacks each of them could perform, but from least to most serious. So also keep in mind that we're going to be including 2 different attacks, and that will be mentioned for every threat actor. So number 1, let's begin with script kiddies. One attack that they can perform to a hospital is known as denial of service attack. This causes an overflow of traffic to a website. It can cause it to crash. It can do a lot of damage. Another one is a virus in the hospital system, which can kind of put a pause on everything for the hospital. Next comes hacktivists. 2 attacks that these individuals could perform when it comes to a hospital are defacement attacks, where they could ruin a hospital's reputation because they're going ahead and defacing their website, what they're all about, their reputation. It can be really, really detrimental to a hospital. Another one is that they can also expose vulnerabilities within the system of the hospital. Because hacktivists have this purpose in mind that they are doing justice, they could expose the vulnerabilities within the system as a way to promote their ideas. The next one could be cyber criminals. So since they are more motivated by money, the attacks that they would be aiming for is phishing and ransomware. Phishing would cause hospitals to give away information. It could be credit card information from patients actually, and to gain profit from it. Ransomware encrypts the hospital data and denies access to the information until the ransom is paid. That could put a very big pause on hospital operations actually. The next one would be industrial espionage. So one attack is sabotaging the data. It could damage it, disrupt it, and basically, rather than stealing it, they're basically trying to sabotage it within the organization. Another attack then could be stealing of the hospital intellectual property. Since industrial espionage is all about going inside and sabotaging and also stealing data, that would be the two main ones that they would be aiming to do. Additionally, APTs can perform two attacks as well, one of which could be data exfiltration, and the other one could be compromising the whole system. Lastly is cyber terrorism. So they can actually either breach and infiltrate confidential data, or they could also be hacking the communication platforms where terror attacks can be made online to the hospital. This could be very detrimental. It could pause the entire operation systems in the hospital until the matter is resolved. So yeah, in conclusion, keep in mind how prevalent it is to understand these concepts discussed, since it can cause a lot of damage to hospital system, unfortunately. To keep the public safe from such threats, it would be a great idea for hospitals to have additional means of protecting such losses and harm to be made to their system. This could include providing educational training to employees, adding improved security systems, regularly updating and testing the systems, and so on. So let's all make the effort to keep our hospital systems safe and create an overall safer online community altogether.